I feel like I've been watching this for a very long time, since the late 80s, actually. And all of a sudden, it just exploded. And sometimes in groups, I'll ask people, so what was the thing that convinced you that there might be a there, that this thing is going to be pretty big? Isn't perfect, but it's going to be big. And I get very interesting stories back. And my own story is a friend of mine posting to a list that I run. He posted a story about how he had asked ChatGPT back, this is the December 22 or January 23. He asked ChatGPT to create the plot for a 10-episode neo-noir cyberpunk series and to create 10 episodes with titles, 6 characters with plots, post a blog post about the whole thing, Instagram call-out posts, a whole bunch of different things. And he says he presses the button and out comes an incredibly good first cut at something like that would have taken a screenwriter a good month or more to create. And if you've ever tried to create fictitious names for characters in a series, you'll know that the names are somehow all taken. So it did a great job of that. And then he's like, I don't want cyberpunk, I want solar punk. Changes a word, hits return, and gets all new everything spit out in a way that's completely usable as a first draft. And I thought, okay, we've hit the big time. This is going to work, and it's going to work in a lot of ways for a lot of people. So I'm excited about it, and I don't think it's a Swiss Army knife that solves all our problems, nor do I think we've hit AGI yet. But I think we're at a cusp. We're at a moment that Brian was describing where people are overwhelmed. They were overwhelmed before this thing showed up. They were all meetinged up and trying to cope with what was going on, and all of a sudden we have a whole series of priorities that might change everything. So it's a very cool moment.
Yeah. And before we go to the reel, I want to just add on to that. Do you think, people say now all the conversations that are happening out there on LinkedIn, it's people are using chat to create their first conversation, then people are responding to those conversations. But I wonder if we could think about it like, what if that, again, leapfrogs us through a conversation a little faster to get way deeper, quicker. And then when you get to a really deeper spot, it's like, okay, break time. Like we're face to face now. We're getting through this at a deeper layer. Is there opportunity for that, to look at it that way?
I think the opportunity is right there. The question is, will we start using it in that way? One of the big questions right now is, are all students just going to use this to write all their essays and applications to schools and applications for jobs? And are we past humans learning to write things? Well, you could do that, and the technology is very capable of that. You could also use the technology to coach you to become a far better writer and thinker, which is the thing you just described. And I'm in huge favor of that, because these are the best, most patient, least judgmental coaches you will ever run into, and they know a lot about a lot. So both outcomes are equally possible. They're both sitting there at hand, and yet the one is much more productive for humans. And I think we should be following the how do we augment our capabilities with these new technologies instead of just offloading them or offshoring them to these new intelligences.